So take a comfortable seat. Today is all about taking strength and courage as we dig into some muscular energy. So let's start by lifting and widening the upholstery of our bottom and taking a nice firm seat. I'd like you to feel both sit bones pressing down courageously, and on your exhale really feel that grounding. I suggest you sit up on a cushion here so that your knees are lower than your hip creases. And then, like yesterday, breathe into the side body. We keep and layer onto that breath, shoulders back, throat and heart lifted. Bring your hands down onto your thighs and press the heels of your hands down and away from you to bring some length to your thighs. And again, lift your chin even more. I want you to feel wide across your collarbones as you soften into your breath. Take a deep inhale and a long, long exhale. Inhale fully and exhale completely. As you inhale now, draw up your pelvic floor. Lift up, draw the energy up into pooling in the center of your heart. And then widen it out, hold your breath here and feel that courageous, strong lift of your chest. And as you exhale, keep the lift but soften the breath away. Take another inhale as you draw up the pelvic floor. Feel this courage surge up into your heart. Open your shoulders, lift your face, bring a small smile to your face. And then keep keeping that lift. Again, exhale, soften the breath away. One more like that. Inhale, big, courageous, strong breath. Hold it and then exhale it away. Take a couple more breaths like this so you can really tap into your inner strength today. You are stronger than you lead yourself to believe sometimes. And into this place, bring your hands to your heart center, and we'll seal into our class today with just one round of the Anusara Invocation. Take a deep breath in. Om. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase. Om. Inhale, lift your chest. And as you exhale, release your hands to your thighs, open your eyes and welcome. All right, remove any cushion you might have underneath you there. Bring your legs out long in front of you for Dandasana. So flex your toes towards your face. See how my toes are up. Push your heels down, spread your toes. And as you do that, spread and widen the toes. Feel the muscles tone the bone. Bring your fingertips behind you, maintaining that beautiful breath of yesterday. Inhale into the side body. Take your throat back. Just press into your arms. Close your eyes. Dandasana. Feel the strength of that staff pose. Push the heels down, tone the legs. Beautiful. And then from here, come more upright. Scoot your bottom forward so your legs are bent now. Reach around underneath your thighs there, underneath onto the hamstrings. Keep the toes spread and active. As you lean back, pick up your feet level with your knees. Imagine that you're holding something between your feet. Take a full breath. Keep the breath moving. And then if you feel happy here, if everything's okay, you can release your hands. You can change your mind and bring your hands back if you want to. Otherwise, reach them forward, spread your fingers, and imagine you're clawing the air. And again, you'll feel the muscles tone the bones of your arms. Happy here, still able to breathe. Then extend your legs long and keep smiling and breathing as we hold our Navasana boat pose for 3, 2 more breaths. Big long breath, big courageous breath. 1 more. Lovely, and then you can bring your hands back under your legs there, bend the knees and place them down on the mat. Come forward for a little forward bend. And we're going to do that again, so sit your way back, start with the hands under the legs, pick up the feet. We'll move a little quicker now, release the hands or straighten the legs. You choose where you get off. Spread your monkey toes. You should be able to feel some muscles here, toning the bone. That's your strength. Give yourself a smile and hold it. 3 more breaths. 2 more. 1 more. Well done. And then bring your hands underneath your legs again. And once again, fold forward. Tapping into that strength even more. Lay down on your mat now. Legs out long. Reach around if you want to and take a grip of the mat. Otherwise you can spread your hands and make a big surface area for your palms. Tuck your knees in. Just give yourself a little tick-tock on your back there, and then extend the legs as best you can towards the ceiling. Any lower back pain here, lift your bottom and put your hands underneath your hips there. Otherwise just stay here. All right, take a full breath in, draw the lower ribs down and in so you don't get sticky out ribs, and feel yourself hug that center. It's like this reminder of how strong you are. All right, and then start to lower the left leg down to the mat. You can lift your chin a little bit and check in that you've still got lovely spread toes. The muscles still tone the bone of both legs. Hold it here. Lift your chin and shoulders a bit more and maybe float your hands off the mat. Smile and hold as you realize, oh yeah, I'm stronger than I thought I was. Well done. Pick up the left leg and lower your head and shoulders down. Oh, lovely. You've got another side to do. So lower the right leg down. Again, let it hover. It doesn't actually touch the mat. Pick up your head and shoulders to check it. Give your legs a little poke. And say, yeah, hello muscles. Wake them up. Then maybe pick up the hands and smile and hold. These are Tibetan leg lifts. And then pick up the right leg. Lower your head and chest down. Oh. Okay, we're going to do a few of those. So pick up your head and chest. Lower your left leg down. And you can choose to lift the arms up as well if you want to. And then we'll switch that over. Keep smiling. And we're going to switch it again. And again, 1 more on each side after this. So there's 1. That's the other one. Brilliant. Lift the legs, and you deserve this. Give yourself a hug. After creating strength, you want to feel the contrast. Rock and roll on your lower back there. Very nice. And then use the power of that core you just found to sit your way up. Flick over onto all fours. Spread your hands like you could breathe through these pores of your hands. Walk your knees back up behind your hips. Tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Bend your knees a lot to start with. Lift your chin. And just again, tune into the sound of your breath. Claw the mat with your fingertips, and don't move your hands, but imagine you're dragging them towards each other like there's something, like you're trying to make a wrinkle on your mat or something. Bend your knees. And as we hold the pose, you start to maybe get a little quiver in your arms. Make sure your feet are inner hip width apart as you gently straighten the legs with the heels high. And then exhale, see if you can press the backs of the heels to or towards the mat. Check in with your arms again, that you're clawing and drawing to a midline. You know, downward dog looks quite simple, but when we begin to hold it for any length of time, this is where we can really cue in and find some inner reserves of strength. Okay, are you still breathing? Keep breathing. Super, and then come down to your knees. Push the mat with the hands down and away from you so that you can anchor your bottom back as you come to child's pose. Keep a lift in your tummy so that your tummy doesn't rest down so much on the thighs. This is more of an active child's pose. So as you press your hands down and forward, lift your arms and your armpits up. Try not to collapse through the shoulders and the wrists. Child's pose. Super. And then tuck your toes, lift your booty, downward facing dog. Looking up between your hands, step or hop to the top of your mat, hands on your hips, and inhale. Come on up, exhale, hands to your heart center. Well done. Let's take now one of you can have the other block ready, but take one block and put it between your feet. See how I've got it on this second setting, so not this narrowest and not the longest, the second setting, in between the edges of your feet. All right, so this acts as a spacer to keep the feet inner hip width apart, and start to squeeze in through the inner edges of your feet like you could squeeze and break that block. So really you'll start to feel the inner thighs begin to tone. You can even give them a little poke. This is hugging a midline. All right, and as you start to bend your knees, sit the weight back into your heels and keep squeezing that block inward. Keep squeezing it there, and you'll find some strength in your legs. Maybe you didn't realize it was there. You can bring your hands behind you for aeroplane pose, or reach them forward for full chair pose. But can you do this whilst toning on that block? Imagine there's a block in your hands and you're squeezing in. Okay, take one more breath. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze your block. Awesome. And then come up to standing, keeping that squeeze going. Exhale, release your hands. So keep that in your mind's eye of squeezing with your feet. And now bring the block up between your shins. Okay, so squeeze with your feet, squeeze with your shins. You might be able to feel it even more in your legs now. And again, sit down, Utkatasana. Bottom goes back, weight in the heels. Hands can either stay on your knees here or take it up a gear and bring the hands behind you. You're doing really well. Or reach it fully up. Stretch and reach. Really well done. Sit down a little bit more, guys. Yeah, are you still breathing? Keep that breath flowing. Really nice. Give yourself a little smile and then come on up to standing. Awesome. Close your eyes and squeeze that block and feel how the muscles, as you physically hug in, you can hug in emotionally as well, and you feel this sense of strength and inner resolve. All right, open your eyes and then leave that block there. You're going to take your second block, and this time this block you're going to have on this wider setting. Bring it between your palms, and it's like you're slapping the block. All right, arms nice and straight. So your legs hug a midline. Now your arms are going to hug a midline. So hug it in, squeeze, feel those muscles tone. Bring the block level with your throat, and then again sit down into chair pose. I'll move to the side so I can see you still. Squeeze the inner edges of the feet, the block at your shins, and squeeze this block with your palms. Too much? Then just bring the block down. Okay, you can stay here. It's like Goldilocks, isn't it? Or maybe you can give it a little bit more and reach the block up. But as you do that, squeeze that block and you'll feel all your muscles tone, and you discover things about yourself that maybe you forgot a while there. I'm here to remind you, you are stronger than you believe yourself to be. Sit down, Utkatasana, one more breath. Really good work, guys. Inhale, come on up. Keep squeezing your block above your head. And exhale, release it down. Fantastic work. Now, just stand here a moment. Again, imprint the memory of this block on your hands and the memory of it in your legs there. Because as we step our feet wide now, I still want you to imagine yourself hugging in. So remove the blocks. Okay, Step your feet wide. So you know how wide, don't you? It's underneath your wrists. We do this a lot in the classes. So step that beautifully wide. Now I want you to imagine the blocks between your shins. So hug your legs in. Check in. Are your inner thighs working? Hug in. Hands to your hips. You can give your hips a squeeze. Breathe. Yesterday's work. Shoulders back. Lift your heart and chest. And with these lovely strong legs as your foundation, then start to come down about halfway. Don't lean on the floor, just come halfway and use your leg strength to keep you there. Okay. Make sure the weight is evenly distributed between the fronts of your toes and the backs of your heels. And keep toning in on the legs there. Reach your left fingertips down to the floor. So notice how mine are off the mat. And then reach your right arm up as you twist to the side. Bring your hands back to your waist. Look at the floor. And then bring your right fingertips down and lift your left arm up. Still keep strong legs even though your fingertips are on the floor. And try not to put the flat of the palm down. Bring your hands back to your hips. Now bend your legs a little and you'll cue in a little bit more to that beautiful strength of yours. Inhale. Come on up. Well done. Bend your knees and step your way in. Well done. Come to the front of your mat and make sure your blocks are somewhere you can reach them nice and easily. If they disappeared down there, bring them back. All right. Inhale, reach up. And as you reach up, imagine you've got that block between your hands like we did in chair pose just now, and the block between your shins. Exhale, hinging at the hips. Bow your way forward. And bring your fingertips to the mat. You might need to bend your knees. Step your left foot back and look back at it. Make sure it's a nice strong leg. Be right on the toes, heel is lifted. Hug the shins to a midline even though they're separated. And then reach around for your block. Put it between your palms just like we did in chair pose just now. And then start to bring the block up. Now it could be here. It could be level with your shoulders. Take a big breath in if you want to follow all the way up above your head. Squeeze the block with your hands. Feel the muscles tone the bone and you hug the midline. Okay, bend in a little bit more to your front leg and keep that back leg, even though you can't see it behind you, use it as a prop and you know it's in there. So when you've done a couple of these classes, you'll know how strong you are. That support. Beautiful. Crescent lunge. And then bring your block down to the mat. Place your fingertips on the floor and let's switch legs. So step your left foot forward and your right foot back. Again, take a moment to get really clear with your foundation. Soften into your breath. All that beautiful work that we did yesterday. And then power through your back leg. Push through it. Okay, and then take your block and bring it to either here, your front knee. This is good. This is good enough. You're still doing yoga. You're still strengthening and toning. Or perhaps you can bring it level with your shoulders. Or perhaps bring it up above your head. Squeeze the block. Lift your chin. And once again, you can't see that leg behind you, but you know it's there in your heart. Power through it as this support mechanism. Power through that inner sense of steadiness and surety and strength. Lift and stretch into your crescent lunge. Strong warrior hearts. Beautiful. Lift and even smile. And then exhale, bring your block down, pop it to the side, place your hands, let's step back to downward facing dog again. Check in with the hands, you claw the mat, draw the hands to a midline so your arms tone. Bend your knees. Take a full breath in fact give a little cough and feel how that lifts your tummy. With your heels lifted, straighten your legs. Feel the muscles turn the bone. And then exhale, push your heels longer down to the mat. Feel the length of you. Take a lovely deep breath in. And an awesome breath out. Inhale, come forward to a high plank here. Hold and turn again. You're drawing the hands to a midline. So hug them in. Really well done. And then gently bring your knees down to the mat. Point your toes. Take a seat on your heels. Bring your hands to your thighs. Take the shoulders back again. Courageously lift your chest. Well done. Let's take a seat. Cross your left shin over your right midway. Well done. Left hand to your right knee. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your right hand to your lower back. Gentle twist round. Unravel. Lean back. Swap the shin that's in front. Inhale. Exhale. Twist the other way. Really well done. And as you twist, lift as if you've got a book on the top of your head. So courageously feel your length. Sometimes we shrink and try and hide. Today I want you to be seen. Lift your pelvic floor. Twist a little bit more. And gently unravel. Bring your hands to your knees. Press down your knees. Launch up your spine. And then lean back, extend your legs out long in front of you. Exhale and bow. Again, flexing the monkey toes is always that tone to your legs. And then gently, easily separate your feet. And we're going to come down to Shavasana. If you happen to have a lovely eye pillow like I've got here, you can bring that to your eyes. And then relax your toes, your shoulders. Turn your palms up. And all that strength base work now, let it go a little bit. Use it almost like a support network. You know it's there. Like a hammock you could lay back on. Once you've practiced like this for a little while, it becomes this inner knowing of strength that is like a trust, a support network from which you can step into great things from. So feel your breath in and out. Soften your edges a little bit. Relax, relax, relax. You're so welcome to stay here a little longer if you possibly can. Otherwise, now breathe a little deeper. And as you breathe, it's like remembering this little inner sneaky secret that there's more to you than meets the eye. So breathe it to you. I want you to remember it. It's not something just for your yoga practice. This needs to be incorporated into you, into your day. So as you move your fingers and toes, imagine yourself bringing this energy of inner strength with you. Bend your knees. Roll to whatever side is convenient. Pause. And then ever so gently, come on up. You can be kneeling or you could come back to cross-legged. Take a couple of lovely breaths here. Just again, noting this inner sense now of strength, getting through those poses that maybe you thought you couldn't. Knowing whatever is challenging you off the mat, you probably can use and tap in what we've created today to get through that as well. Your inner strength. Hug in, draw in, bring your hands to your heart center, and may you step into your week, into your day with this deep knowing there is more to you than meets the eye. Strong warrior. Take a deep breath in. Om. Namaste.